everyone to the insightful episode of our Dialogue Cafe. I'm your host, Mike Angelo Arnoza.
And I'm Jaina, your co-host for today's thought-provoking discussion. We're delving into a cornerstone of Philippine society, the 1987 Constitution.
The 1987 Constitution is a product of a pivotal period in the Philippine history. Today, we'll explore the creation, impact, and ongoing challenges with the help of our respective guests.
Please join us in welcoming Arabella, Vincent, Rufa, and Angeli.
Rufa, so let's begin by understanding the historical context. So can you elaborate on the political climate of the 1970s that lead the revision of the 1987 Constitution?
Absolutely, Mike. So the Marcos regime and the rise of martial law significantly impacted the need for a new constitution. And by 1986, the desire for democracy fueled the people power movement, paving the way for a more representative document.
Okay.
Angeli, how did these historical events influence the creation of the 1987 Constitution?
The experiences under martial law likely shaped the emphasis on human rights and separation of powers within the new documents.
Rufa, Angeli have mentioned the legal impact. Can you share some specific example of how the 1987 Constitution changed Philippine law?
Certainly. So let's discuss the Bill of Rights. This section protects fundamental freedoms like speech, assembly, and religion. Additionally, the Constitution established a more independent judiciary.
Let me call Angeli. How has the Constitution impacted social dynamics in the Philippines?
Creation of the Commission on Human Rights empowered marginalized communities. It provided a platform for their voices to be heard. Furthermore, the Constitutions address issues like land reform and workers' rights.
Ayon sa Article 2, Section 11 ng Philippine Constitution, the state values the dignity of every human person and guarantees full respect for human rights. Ibig sabihin, ang karapatang pantao ay pangunahing responsibilidad ng Estado o ng Republika ng Pilipinas. Kaya naman, itinatag ang mga ahensya tulad ng Philippine National Police upang protektahan ang ating mga karapatan sa buhay, kalayaan at ari-arian. Ang Department of Health upang masiguro ang ating karapatan sa kalusugan. Ang Social Security System at Government Service Insurance System upang masiguro ang ating karapatan sa panlipunang kasiguruhan. Ang Department of Education upang isulong ang ating karapatan sa edukasyon. At ang Department of Labor and Employment upang itaguyod ang ating karapatan sa paggawa at trabaho. Ilan lamang ito sa mga halimbawa. Bawat ahensya ng gobyerno ay may obligasyon upang siguruhing natutugunan ang karapatang pantao ng bawat mamamayang Pilipino. Bilang isa sa mga checks and balances ng pamahalaan, ang tungkulin ng Commission on Human Rights ay magsilbing watchdog, monitor, advocate, at educator ng iba't ibang sangay ng Estado tungkol sa kanilang mga tungkuling pangkarapatang pantao.
Okay. So let's now hear from the Filipinos from various backgrounds about how the Constitution has impacted their lives.
My name's Leona and I'm 15 years old.
My name is Gabriel and I'm 16 years old.
I'm Sophia and I'm 12 years old.
My name is Rain. I'm 18 years old.
Hi, I'm Francis and I'm 19 years old.
My name is Lakshmi and I'm 18 years old.
Para sa akin po, dapat pare-parehas pa rin po yung pagturing natin sa kapwa natin. Kahit kung ano man ang relihiyon nila, kung anong kulay nila, kung anong kinatutuyuan nila sa buhay. Kasi lahat naman tayo, tanggalin mo yung relihiyon, tanggalin mo lahat yun, lahat tayo, tao rin.
If yung isang religion, they want to be treated differently, you treat them the way they want to be treated. Tapos, pero may general parang treatment din po sa mga tao, na yung kind ka po dapat, ayun po dapat yung general treatment. Pero if people want to be treated a certain way, dapat ganun po talaga yung i-treat kasi you have to respect them and you respect what they think.
It's first acknowledging kung ano ba yung kaya ng tao, ano ba yung hindi niya kaya, saan ba siya mas mag-grow.
No matter what religion or race or culture they are from, we should treat them with respect when we first meet them and with kindness.
I feel that people who have done violent actions should go to jail, but they should also be educated on what's the right thing to do.
Isa sa mga nasa isip ko tungkol dyan, yung kay Imelda Marcos, yung pagkulong sa kanya. Kasi nung ikukulong na siya, ang dami niyang rason na kailangan niya ng medical aid, kailangan niya ng ganitong assistance kasi of her age. Pero pag tumingin ka naman sa iba pa nakulong na matatanda, wala silang medical aid, wala silang assistance, wala silang kahit anong benefit or excuse na pwede sabihin para matrato sila ng mas madali.
One of the popular examples would probably be extrajudicial killings, because I noticed that most of those being killed are poor and there's no justice being served to them.
So I chose this one, the right to family, because I think no one should have to live alone in this life. There are lots of challenges and inequalities, and we all need guidance sometimes, no matter how old we are. Making mistakes is part of growing up, and even if we do make those mistakes, it would be nice if we have someone, some people that we can trust and confide in. And it's not really just family by blood. You can form different families through friends or other people you meet in life.
You can say whatever you want, but you shouldn't impose onto other people. Like, for example, you believe in this religion and some people don't. That doesn't mean that you have to force them to also believe in what you believe in.
I chose right to education because I believe that every man, woman, and child on earth has the right to be educated. They should know. They have the right to learn. They have the right to learn the skills that they want. They have the right to be properly educated, to gain the knowledge that they should gain, and they have the right to achieve their dreams.
If not for the right of education, we wouldn't be here standing, me answering these questions, trying to process what I experience every day.
Freedom of speech po ang napili ko kasi marami po siyang magagawa. So, hindi ko po sinasabi na na-empower niya lahat to kasi each of them have their own right, have their own power to them. Pero I'm saying na if you have the right to speak, pwede po kayo mag-speak out if you want to be treated like if you want to have privacy, pwede yung sabihin. And opinions are important. Depende po yun sa iniisip nyo. For example, may nagdi-disagree kayo ng kaibigan nyo. So, both of you have the right to speak. Kasi you both have different opinions, and that's mostly why people argue. Because they think differently. So I feel like if you have the power of speech, if you have the right to speak, it can help a lot for arguments, for fights, for different reasons.
I can spread the word. I can be an advocate for human rights. That's why social media exists after all. It's a platform for doing good. Well, I mean, it should be. But personally, like, I think I can help in my immediate environment by standing up for people who are being treated differently.
Ang pwede ko gawin ay i-educate yung sarili ko about sa human rights nating lahat. And tuwing may encounter ako na issue, pwede ko sa kanila i-remind sa kanila yung rights nila na pwede mo to gawin, pwede mo yan gawin kasi na tao ka, and dahil tao ka, may human rights ka.
Hindi porket bata tayo, hindi porket nasa universities or high schools tayo, hindi porket wala pa tayo sa working force of the Philippines, wala na tayong contribution. In fact, we may even have the greatest contribution.
I think that in school, I'm going to practice respecting other people's opinions. Even though it's a small act, I feel that it can help many other people understand that their opinion is also important. and that their lives matter.
So Vincent, they have mentioned challenges in implementing the Constitution. Can you elaborate?
Issues like poverty, corruption, and enforcing environmental protection provision remain hurdles.
Vincent, what recommendations do you have for addressing these challenges and strengthening the Constitution?
Citizen participation is crucial. We need to hold the government accountable and advocate for continued reforms.
Arabella, so can you elaborate on specific ways citizens can participate?
Oh yes, Mike. It might suggest several specific ways that citizens can participate and strengthen the democratic process. So this includes, first we have educating themselves, stay informed about local and national issues, understanding the Constitution, and knowing their rights and responsibilities. So second, we have voting. Participating in elections to choose representatives who reflect their values and priorities. So we can also include the public dialogue, engaging in discussions and debates to foster a culture of open communication and exchange of ideas. So also we have community involvement, joining local organizations or community groups that work on issues of public concern. So also we have petitioning, using petitions to formally call for changes in policy or legislation. Public office, running for public office or supporting candidates who pledge to uphold constitutional values. And for the last one, we have advocacy, lobbying elected officials to make decisions that align with the public interest and constitutional principles. So, by actively engaging in these activities, citizens can help ensure that the government remains transparent, accountable, and true to the principles consecrated in the Constitution.
Arabella, so that is a very strong and insightful and valuable. So I'm inspired by the concrete steps you have outlined for citizen participation. So it's clear that we all have the role to play in upholding the Constitution, and I'm ready to take the responsibilities. So let's work together to make a difference. I know that some of us have struggled in understanding the revisions of constitutions. So I think that's it.
A heartfelt thank you to our esteemed guests for sharing their valuable insights.
A big thanks for our viewers for joining us today. Remember, a strong democracy requires and informed citizenry. So keep learning and keep participating. Until next time, take care and have a nice day. Thank you so much for our guests and our viewers.